Greetings, Earthbound travelers. Good evening, and welcome to tonight's episode of Will of the Dice presents The Darkened Queen and the Shadowed Rose. I'm Tyr the DM, World's Okayest DM, and I will be guiding the story this evening. We want to say thank you so much for joining in. Tonight is our Halloween episode, so that's why people are in costume. Because we are not here next weekend. We are taking the weekend off for Halloween, so people can celebrate and such. Before we get started tonight, we do have some announcements. The first of which is this. If you are a Patreon subscriber, you listen to Podbean, or you watch us on YouTube, we're sorry. We are missing episodes. Episodes are mislabeled. There's a lot of different things going on. These are circumstances beyond our control. And so what we're doing is, starting tonight, we're just going to let the missing episodes lie, start fresh from this point forward, and go forward. We will work on a recap for those that need it in the future, but that will take some time to get together. But we do apologize, and, doing the best we can, guys. Shit just happened. So with that, chat wants to know what you are, Locke. You can tell them as you make your announcement.
Hi, gamers. I'm Locke Clark, and I'm here to wreck it. If you don't get that, I'm sorry. Go watch a Pixar movie, guys. All right, so I'm here to talk to you about our companions in this endeavor, our partners, the amazing, the wonderful Level Up Dice, fine purveyors of luxury dice for all your sexy dice needs. And tonight, I'm going to talk to you about vampires. Because, just in case you're wondering, wait, where is he in relation? He's above me. This guy up here. Pat, what are you dressed as tonight?
Tonight's costume is sponsored by Sexy Tactical Vampire.
I think you're on the wrong podcast. This is not Vancouver by Night. No, but seriously, do you like vampire? I think you do. People love vampires. Look at how sexy that tactical vampire is up there. That's right. And Level Up Dice is proud to have a officially licensed dice from Vampire the Masquerade. And right now, if you go and you check out, they've got new releases. They've got the faction set for Sabat back in the store, and the Banu Hakim set, which I admit I had to look that one up, guys. I had to look it up because I didn't know. But apparently the Banu Hakim are what we back in the 90s knew as the Assamites. They've changed the name of the clan. I'm not up on the current lore, but that's what they are. So if you want your Assamite dice, Banu Hakim, or a Sabat set, or any of the other sets that they offer, go check these out. You can buy a single die, you can buy a full set to go off and play Vampire the Masquerade with your friends. And you can do that by going through our portal, which helps us out, lets people know that you came from us. It makes us look good to the company, and you want to make us look good, right? So you're going to go to https://bit.ly/LU, D, Will, dice. That's bit.ly/LUD, Will of the Dice, all one word. Go check them out. And I would also like to thank the musicians who have provided music for tonight's show. It elevates our experience. It elevates your experience. Makes the game better. And those musicians tonight are Dwergar and our very own Patrick Taylor. Thanks, Pants!
Thanks, Locke. And here to tell you about our One Community, One Campaign, because we're all in this shit together. Ren?
Thanks, Tyr. Tonight's One Community, One Campaign is for Scott Adkins of Revival Militia. Revival Militia makes historical shoes and accessories for your reenacting desires, all hand-assembled from 100% natural materials, from the leather to the sinew and even the cotton in their gambesons. Their products are sure to impress you and your friends. Perfect for combat of all sorts, walking around the merchant areas, or even dancing. Besides, what's high immersion without the right footwear? Their products range from Roman to Viking to Tudor to German, each with closed toes to keep that marshal happy. Go on over to revivalmilitia.us. That's REVIVAL militaria.us, and check out their wares.
Thank you so much, Ren. Also, guys, remember, our shop is open on our website. If you want to kick a shirt, a hoodie, maybe a hat, go over and check it out. Todd Koss has done the art work. He is an amazing artist. You can have it on a shirt or apparel. So worth it. I have one. I should have wore it tonight, but you can check that out at willofthedice.com/shop. That's all for our announcements. Let's go ahead and get our introductions out of the way and get into tonight's game.
Blah. Hello. It's me, Patrick. I am the voice of Wesley. 2 feet tall, orange and fuzzy. These teeth are going to be really fun to try and talking to.
Sorry, did you say he's toothy tall? Is that what you said?
2 feet tall. Like 2 feet tall.
Not toothy tall. Okay.
Yeah. Well, he is toothy because he's big. Anyway, orange and fuzzy, more dog-like than Darkened. Wesley Underfoot is the official cleric and physician for the Blood Hunters. He's come across this group of people, and he's going to help them out and be the healer. And he wants to become the kindest and oldest kobold in the world. And you can find me on Twitter at Peculiar Patrick.
Hey everyone, Dan here. I'm the player of Garbo, the small little goblin with big giant muscles. He carries around a big giant cauldron that he likes hitting people with. Usually in that cauldron lives his best friend and companion, Mr. Stuffykins, who unfortunately has perished and is gone from this world. He is very upset about it. Sorry. Anyway, you can find me on Twitter at Ravenousdan.
Aw. Hey everybody, I'm Ren Matley, and I'll be playing Eliana Trudeau, the 5'2" spunky elf who is really struggling with Sarah being missing and the loss of other friends. Usually she's perky, bouncy, and kind of silly, and right now she's really in a dark place. But maybe with the help of her friends she can pull through. You can find me over on Twitter at Ren_Matley.
Hi gamers, I'm still Locke Clark, and tonight I am playing Bjarnor Sandgar, the curmudgeonly middle-aged dwarf with a big heart. He doesn't much care for monstrous races, but has come to accept the members of the party who are of such as family. Garbo more than Wesley at this point, but Wesley's growing on him. And he's only upset that Stuffykins is gone because now he has to hear about it. And you can find me on the Book of Faces and the Twitter Patients at Locke Unruly. That's Locke with an H.
And as I said at the beginning of this, I'm Tyr the DM, and my costume tonight is World's Okayest DM. I was going to wear my Viking guard, but I'm having a bad fibro flare. I can't stand for anything to touch my skin. Be thankful I'm wearing a shirt. You can find me on Twitter at Tyr_the_DM. All right, introductions made, announcements made. As always, tonight's safe word, porcelain. And remember, guys, we are for mature audiences. If you're not a part of the mature audience, GTFO. Any last requests before we get this thing going in high gear?
Take it off. Take it all off, Big Daddy.
Does anybody have any catnip?
Actually, I say take it off, but then if you did, we'd think that someone has lit the beacons of Gondor, because I know you as a white boy. So maybe keep it on.
Ain't that the truth? All right, get the music going.
Oh, I guess I should officially say, not the face. Just for pro forma.
Is the music working?
I hear it not.
Yeah, I'm not hearing music.
I'm not hearing music either.
Tech gremlins, kids. If we didn't have them, this wouldn't be D&D.
I am attempting to stop the cat from sitting on my notebook by having a decoy notebook on my lap, which she's currently asleep on. So we'll see how this works.
Let's try this again. There we go.
There it is.
All right.
Hooray music.
Tech gremlins. All right. So, when last we left the party, they had made it into the Iron Sage. They had lost one of their members, Buckward. They had been able to successfully deceive their way through the border patrol, feigning a sick Sarah was the reason for their visit. And it is at this time that the handmaiden of the Twin Moons arrived, as the Twin Moons cannot get involved, but their handmaiden can, to take Sarah to the in-between so that she could recover from the ordeal that had put her into a deep sleep. As you were traveling, you met a familiar face, one ranger by the name of Bane, part of the Emerald Forest Tal Kafar, the Deep Walkers, those that go where angels fear to tread. He had made a deal that he would distract the guards at the checkpoint into Langrenton so that you guys could sneak in, and had told you to go to the Narrows to find a half-elf by the name of Veyroon in the Temple of Matthias.
Halfling?
That's what I said, wasn't it?
You said half-elf.
Oh. Could have sworn I said halfling. Yay, fibro. Anyway, so you are in your wagon, traveling steadily north. This is where we will resume. What would you like to do?
How close are we to the Iron Sage at this point?
You're in Iron Sage. You're about half a day travel from Langrenton.
So we're about half a day out. Okay. And Bane is with us in the wagon at the moment.
That is correct.
Okay. Well, I reckon we're gonna have to ditch this wagon before we get too close to the city, but...
A wagon now, too? Now we have to lose the wagon? Oh, no, that's awful. I like this wagon. This is a really nice wagon.
Garbo, are you okay?
Oh, but you know...
Garbo, we only just got the wagon.
Yeah, I know, but it's such a good wagon. You know, first Sarah, we used Mercor and Stuffykins, and now the wagon.
Look, this Veyroon fellow we're supposed to meet. Maybe we'll park the wagon somewhere and we can have him send somebody out to retrieve it once we're safely within the walls of Langrenton. Okay. How about that?
That's a good idea. I like that idea. Good wagon.
I'm just saying that making it in on foot's probably easier than driving in, especially if our friend here is going to be providing the distraction.
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay.
So, friends, when we get close enough, I will distribute amongst you each potions of greater invisibility. Now, these only last an hour, so you must make haste. Me and Mila, he will pat the panther's head, will draw the attention of the guards to give you an opening. I do not know if there's any magical protections or magical wards, so just be careful.
Run through the entrance after the guards are gone. And we're in Langrenton. And then we don't stop running until we get to the church? Question mark?
To the Narrows. You'll head west of town. Follow the smell.
It's like that, is it?
Well, it is the poorer side of town, but it is also where all your fish markets and stuff are, which is completely confusing because of the layout of the city, but that is the way that they wanted it done, so they haul everything from north down to the Narrows, and that's where they do their trade.
Probably do. Something's very fishy about that.
All right.
Above table,
How-
just so you guys know, the reason why they do it is because the people in the upper echelons do not want to smell the fish.
So, by foot, how far you reckon it is from where we're entering the city to get to the Narrows?
If you
Where we
make
wanna
haste, about an hour.
So it'll be a close thing. Got it.
It'll be close.
All right.
I will attempt to meet you there tonight. If I am unable to, I apologize. You know what business you're about. Veyroon can help you get your bearings and provide you shelter.
Well, if anything should happen, Bjarnar extends his hand to Bane.
Bane will
We appreciate what you've done.
shake the hand. Just promise me that if you get a chance, you'll save my niece.
Do what we
Whatever
can.
this darkness is, it comes for us all.
Soft feet and hard hands to you, good sir.
I can't do anything to help my Sarah. But maybe I can help your niece.
I'm sorry. This is a solemn moment and all that, but Wesley, what the fuck?
Soft feet and hard hands. It's a kobold thing. It means
What?
be sneaky, but also hit hard when you soft feet, hard hands.
What did you think he was talking about? The sex thing?
I had no earthly idea. I've heard of people with tender feet, tender and soft seam. So it sounded like he was wishing a hard-traveled man like this to have pampered feet that would hurt every time he tried to use them. I was real fucking confused.
Have you never heard somebody say like soft words or soft brings on the wind, or do you not read a lot of books, Master Dwarf?
Oh, I've read more books than you have, I reckon, but
Excuse me, I have literally gone to medical school, so I'd like to know how many books you had to read, because I'll tell you how many books I had to read. A lot of them.
yeah, well, how old are you, little fuzzball?
Alright. A little personal, that's everything. That's just dwarves and kobolds age differently, and there's never been a kobold that has lived his full life. So, like, that's not fair to judge me on the amount of books that I have read versus. Anyway, the word is soft feet and hard hands. It's a colloquialism that is very well known in the kobold community. It's not an assault, and I am so sorry, Master Bane, if you took it that way. That is my bad. He'll go and he'll pull out his notebook and he'll start writing down in it.
I've been reading for 200 years. I think I got a few more books than you. I'm just saying, muttering. Kobold, little fuzzy mother.
Yeah, but dwarven books are big words, small pages.
Some of them, and I did like those a lot. But I have also read many of the texts in the orders libraries, studying up on monsters and whatnot, lore. In fact, I got a lot of those books, and he pats the bag of holding on his side. In here.
He will move then and shake your hand, Wesley.
Thank you.
Safe travels, cleric. He will move and shake your hands, Garbo. May no more loss come your way.
Thank you. It's very nice of you.
And then he will shake your hand, Ellie. I know the pain of being parted from one's love, but I'm sure that you will be reunited soon.
I can only hope. And then in Elvish, she'll wish him safe travel, bringing her fist to her head and her heart and giving a slight bow.
He will mimic the movement. Silence will then settle over him as he begins going through his gear in the back of the wagon. I need whoever's driving to please make a perception check.
I reckon that'd be me. Perception. 13.
You see, as you crest the hill before you, the sweeping landscape that is Langrenton below. You can see the huge, massive walls built thick enough that a chariot could run the ramparts. You can see the huge, natural amber coming up out above the skyline where the amber spires are, building onto it, creating several towers, 7 of them to be exact. The mighty dome of the Helmson, the castle proper there in the distance, the crown jewel of Langrenton.
Well, that's something. From this vantage point, I'm going to start looking for a place short of the walls where we could pull off and tie up the wagon without too much trouble and without it being too exposed.
All right, give me an investigation check.
Here, I'm betting this city is bigger than any of the cities on Sharkondor from the description.
It is huge. This would be something, a sight to behold for Eliana.
19.
Okay. You don't have any trouble finding a place secluded enough to hide the wagon and tether the horse.
Have you ever seen a city so big?
Well, I mean, it's hard to compare. Dwarven cities are inside mountains.
I've been in a Dwarven city, yes. But this is ridiculous looking. How are we going to find anything?
Well, hopefully this Varun fella's a pretty good guide.
I hope so. I mean, this is larger than even Frania.
It's all spread out, like, it's unnatural.
That's a big spire. Oh, I
like
get
it.
it now. I get it now. Because it's green. That's why. Because it's green.
It's not green. It's amber.
Oh, shit, the light is so weird. So then, hang on. I don't get it then. Why called Amber Spire? Wait, the Emerald Spire? Amber Spire? I've never been here, folks. I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at.
It's called the Amber Spires, yeah, and it's made out of a solid chunk of amber.
Oh.
Or so they say. Personally, I'd like to get a look at the seams. It's got to be some good craftsmanship.
Do you really have to be crawling around in everybody's crack and seam?
As long as they consent to it.
That's a lot of cracks, it seems, in that city.
All right. Enough jibber jabbing. Let's get moving. We'll let Bane take the lead, and I assume we can travel down the road until we get just sort of just to the outside, before they can see us approaching the gate, and then we'll move off into off the road and wait for him to do his thing before we try and make our entrance.
Okay. You travel, time passing, the journey quiet, somber, the task ahead weighing on each of you. You have to be quick, you have to be swift, you have to be precise. You know that the window of opportunity should open, although you have no idea what this stranger among you will do to open that window. As you come down into a valley, starting back up a hill, Bane will stop. Reaching into one of his leather satchels, he will pull out 4 bottles with green viscous liquid and hand one to each of you.
Thank you.
That looks tasty.
Yeah, it does.
Well, I didn't have the money to afford the high end, so I used ingredients from the deep.
Should that make Eliana nervous?
Give me an insight check.
Wesley, take a medicine check to see if he knows of the ingredients of the deep that are possibly harmful.
19?
19. He's Talcafar. He should know what he's doing.
I like how you said should.
That is a 12.
The flora and fauna of the deep have never been documented outside of the Emerald Forest. So,
That is fair.
but this is a Talcafar. This is one of the rangers that walk the deep. Their legend going far and wide. So he should know what he's doing.
Wesley will take his last, as he will watch everyone else's reactions on the off chance that he has to unpoison them.
He will pull the cloth that covers most of his face except for those eyes that seem to look through flesh and blood to look upon the soul. He will take a moment, then he'll turn and start running.
Well, down the hatch, everybody.
Those are cute. Okay.
And Bjarnar immediately follows up drinking the potion with a shot of whiskey.
Even the strong dwarven whiskey cannot taste the foul taste, almost putrid.
Oh, that's awful. Oh.
But within mere moments, those of you that have consumed it will become invisible.
Wesley will be running and drinking the potion at the same time, taking off in the same direction.
Yeah, we'll start moving that way. I'm gonna. I quietly say to everyone, everybody grab hands. We don't want to lose each other. And I like grab the back of Wesley because I'm sure he's gotten in front of me at that point.
You will see Bane drop to one knee, quick, almost impossible for your hands to follow. A barrage of arrows flying out at the Minotaur standing at guard. You will see 2 of them drop. 2 more will come running towards him.
We're gonna head straight for the gate.
All
Running
right.
past him.
I need everyone to give me a stealth check as you make your way to the gate.
Oh. Yeah.
Ellie is doing as asked, but is very conflicted about leaving him in this situation.
That's good stealth.
Oh, that's nice. That's very nice.
All right, starting up here, Eliana.
Sorry, mathing in my head. 18 plus 9.
A lot. Garbo. Bayanor.
20 deuce.
And Wesley.
I love plate mail. It's so great because when you roll, you have to roll disadvantage, and so you get an 8 total with the plate mail.
As you all pass through the gate, you'll begin to hear ding, 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 alarm bells ringing. You will see 2 Minotaurs on the inside of the gate looking around. And they will hear the sound of plate mail. Chink, 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 chink. Halt! Who goes there? Now, this will be with disadvantage, but they're throwing a spear towards the sound of the plate mail. So the first dice landed on a 20. The second dice landed on a 9.
Woo!
Missing
That's
you. I need another round of stealth checks. No advantages for the kitty.
I'm trying to get her to stop so that I can roll and write.
What'd you get, Eliana?
23.
23. Garbo.
25.
25. Bayanor.
Sorry, 21.
And Wesley.
So it got a little better. It's a 9 this time.
Average still beats the DC. It was 3 successes, 1 failure. They continue looking in the area where they thought you were as you guys continue to run. Which way are you running?
Wesley is following his nose, his little dog-like nose.
We were told to head west, so west.
Yep.
You will see that you're in what looks to be like a marketplace, a place of commerce. There are booths and stalls. There are people haggling. You're running through. You're actually knocking some people out of the way. They look around confused, but then go back to what they were about their business. It will seem as if this goes on forever. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. And then it'll give way to a series of hovel houses, the cobblestone turning to dirt roads, the thick scent of fish heavy in the air. And you will see looming at the end of this road a large white monastery.
That's where I'm heading. Wesley is pulling everybody else along, and he is gonna not stop until he has burst through those doors.
All right. So now we have to make a roll. This is going to be just a flat 20 to see if you make it through the doors before the potion wears off. Garbo, high or low?
Oh. I'm going high.
Okay, I'll make a note of that. As you burst through the doors panting, the monastery doors open at this time of day as people are free to come and go as they please. You will see people tending fields, crops. You will see someone working at a blacksmith forge. You will see people repairing stonework, or some people just sitting around having a meal and discussing whatever philosophy is on topic for the day. And there, standing in the doorway of the chapel proper, wearing simple gray robes, a eye patch over one eye, a scowl on their face, turning their head back and forth watching, a small halfling with long red curly hair.
It's not time.
Yeah, I think so. Head straight for him.
Let's go. He's just gonna take off and get as close to Varun as possible.
You're running towards him?
Are we still invisible?
No.
Oh, well then he'll walk casually, like we're doing a conga line, only a casual conga line, so there's no kicks or.
Yeah, if we are visible, I have let go of the back of him. And I'm just walking.
Who be you?
Be Arnor. Dan, you're muted.
No, try one more time. You may have been a little too far from your mic when you said it.
I'm Garbo.
There
There
you
you
go.
go.
Okay.
I just saw your mouth move, but I didn't hear you.
Noise canceling may have hit him.
Yeah.
Wesley will just take out his card and hand it to Varun.
He'll take the card, look at it, and throw it over his shoulder.
Ellie will step forward, give a very slight bow. I am Eliana. We were sent by a warrior named Bane.
Oh, gods be damned. Anytime that elf sends people here, trouble always follows them. Inside, quickly.
Wesley
Go inside.
Wesley scoops up his card as quickly as possible while he goes inside. Comes straight to get out, putting it back in his pocket.
Most chapel propers are the picture of opulence and decadence. This is very plain. The simple wooden pews, the walls unadorned, the windows, purely windows, none of the ornate stained glass. There is a simple pulpit and a small gathering altar at the head of the chapel proper. He will shut the two large wooden doors as the last of you enter and begin walking towards the back of the chapel. Opening a doorway, he will quietly motion for you to follow as he disappears across the threshold.
Yeah, all right. Follow.
Follow.
You will go down a winding hallway that you can tell, Bayanor, especially being a dwarf, that you are descending. You descend into a series of what would be apartments underground, taking you to the very far one, opening the door and motioning for you to step in.
Step in.
He will enter the room behind you all, shut the door, pull a key from his pocket on his robe, locking it with a loud, audible click. He will then turn the key upside down, using the top of the key, the round part, to knock on the door 3 times. There will be a shimmer of blue, followed by a shimmer of green. He will turn, inspecting each of you for a long moment. Then he will finally break his silence. All right. You're here for a reason. Let's have the story.
Would you believe a goddess told us to find you?
I believe anything once upon a time.
Well, I mean, technically it wasn't a goddess, it was her handmaiden, but, like, all the same, right?
And
A
why would
very-
they... Sorry, go ahead. Reen.
A very, very long story short. The world is in trouble. The Scions have been called. And we have to do our part to help.
I have no idea what a scion is or who's called them, but what
Me,
part?
I'm a scion. Yeah.
Okay.
There is darkness trying to take our world. And if it does, the only way to stop it will be for the Scions to give their lives and reset everything.
So we kill the goblin.
No.
No.
Preferably not.
No, from what we've been able to piece together, the ritual to reset the world is sort of the last resort. Like, it wipes out everything and starts it all over fresh. Like, it's not the first option you want to do. And second, you have to... all the Scions have to gather and give their lives at once in the falls with the rainbow.
So what are you doing in Langrenton?
Well, we're trying to stop that from happening. There's something in the Amber Spire we need.
And that would be?
A piece of an ancient blade.
Oh, gods be damned.
I take it you're familiar.
You don't want what's in the spire, you want what's under the spire.
Sure.
Wait, the spire doesn't go all the way down?
Well, there's a series of tunnels and chambers that run under parts of Langrenton, and specifically under the Amber Spire. There's a vault there that holds forbidden secrets and powerful knowledge. What you want is there, but there's nasty things that live in those tunnels.
We're nasty people, that's not a problem. The question I have for you then is how are we gonna get in this place? If it's underneath, and there's tunnels, sounds like we have multiple options.
Well, I can get you into the tunnels, but, well, that's as far as I go.
That's
fine.
fine, Master Halfling. We'll take our chances.
Don't want you losing that other eye, you know.
You know, I stabbed this eye out myself.
Oh wow, I did not know that. That is very brave, very respectful, and you didn't have to tell me that at all because you owed me no explanation for my now what appears to be very in poor taste joke. So that's my bad. We'll chalk it up to a little kobold halfling miscommunication. However, I would like to hear the story of how you lost that eyeball, if you are willing to tell it.
Well, just consider it this way, Kobold. I've seen your kind and the damage they can do. If you step out of line here in Langrenton, if I'll do this to myself, imagine what I'll do to you.
Oh, I have absolutely an intention of stepping out of line. It's what you did not read on the card is that I am, what is the word? Trained physician and official clerical healer for blood hunters. I have no desire to hurt good people.
Blood hunters, huh?
Yeah.
That's right, Master Halfling. We're blood hunters, and
So
that
that
one's
means-
with us. And if he comes to any harm, I'll treat you like I treat any other demon I come across. Clear?
That'd be a good scrap, dwarf.
I bet.
I got respect for blood hunters. They're crazy, just like them damn elves. Talcafake or whatever the fuck they're called.
Talkifar.
Yeah, those guys. They're crazy. I like crazy. I'm crazy. I'm crazier than shit. Took out my own eye for 100 gold pieces. Somebody bet I wouldn't do it.
For an eyeball? That's not pretty good, because most eyeballs are like 25 gold max on the market. So you got a pretty good deal out of that. And you still have a whole other eye. So, kudos to you, man. Kudos to you.
All right, so now that we've hosed the deck down with testosterone and all gotten our crazy out so everybody can see, we good?
I
You'll
think I'll
see.
keep it crazy to myself for the moment.
You'll see him open his mouth to answer, but he's silent. Looking down, there's an arrow through his chest. As Reuven will step from the shadows. I need everyone to please roll initiative and join me in Owlbear Rodeo.
Yo, you bastard.
Bastard. Oh.
I knew that guy. I met that guy. He was a cool guy. He did nothing wrong. Mostly.
How dare you, sir? How dare you? Which one do I want to roll?
Trying to get... I loaded the wrong map up at the beginning of this, so I'm having to... There we go. Alright.
Small shout out to Kawaii Tornado. Thanks for being cool. And yeah, I saw your game piece. Haha.
Alright.
Dan, was that your first ever on-air You Bastard of Tyr?
I believe it was.
What? I think I've said it at the end a couple times,
Fair.
but I haven't said it mid-game, I suppose.
Chat was wanting to know.
I'm a seldom bastard.
You save him like I do.
Yeah.
I think Tyr's only ever gotten one from me.
No, but I did get you motherfucker, which counts as 2. So,
I guess that's fair.
So is the that dagger-looking thing, is that...
that's Veyron.
That's Veyron. Okay. Cool,
Alright.
cool.
Let me put the map up for our fine folks at home.
Which one is the Reuven? Player would like to know. Wesley has no idea who this person is.
Reuven is one of the Umbrakai. It was Eliana's uncle that was defeated in... Okay.
No, which one is he on the map? Is he 3, 4, 1, or 2?
I'm not telling you which one the real one is.
Oh, but they would know. So
No, they
like me as
No, they all look the same.
oh,
They all look the same. The Umbrakai.
That's right.
That was a good try, though.
Oh, I'll be real, 100%. Wasn't even trying to, but wanted to clarify for my brain. But thanks.
All right.
Interesting.
Battle music going.
Oh, that's right. Because if you kill him, then all of his decoys go away. See, it's stuff like that where you just like forget just how monsters work sometimes. That you're like, it's fine.
All right. Eliana.
19.
Garbo.
5.
Bayanor.
17.
Wesley.
Me and Garbo got the same. We got 5.
All right, Wesley, your dex is probably higher. I'm gonna
What's
put you first. I'm gonna put you first anyway. I've already written it.
I have a 16 dex.
How? How? God damn it! You know, I
Darno,
figured.
what was yours?
17.
I figured you guys with a 5 that at least I could get some action in between. No, I rolled a fucking 2. All right, that will bring up Eliana first.
Eliana is absolutely enraged to see Reuven's face. Absolutely enraged. So she's going to make use of her Mystic Frenzy, first throwing an Eldritch Blast at number 1.
All right,
All right, and I think at this level I get 2.
should get 2.
All right. How did you land cocked? How? How did you land cocked? How? Sorry. All right, that's 18.
18 hits.
18 hits, so it's 1d10. Flat 1d10. That's a d12. That is not what I need.
No, go ahead and roll the d12. It'll be fun.
Right? 6 points of damage on the first strike. Second blast. Oh, that one's probably not going to hit. That one's only 14.
14 misses.
And because she's using her Mystic Frenzy, she then gets to take a bonus action swing with her sword, which I'm going to do at, I think that's number 3 directly in front of me.
All righty.
And, oh, that's that. I think that'll hit. That's a 26.
26 hits.
Alright, so that's 1d6 plus 7 damage. That's 8 points of slashing damage from her sword.
All right. Bayanor.
All right. Bonus action. I activate hybrid form. And then I'm going to turn and step to number 4. And I'm going to pull out my battle axe and I'm going to swing at him. Wrong die for that. That's the right die for that. That is a 14 plus 9
That'll hit.
is to 23. And that'll be 10 points of slashing. Second attack is a natural 20.
See, I raised the roof with you all.
Yeah, you do. Not quite max damage, but still. 18 plus 6 is 24 points of slashing.
All right. Is that your turn?
Yes.
All right. Wesley.
All right. Wesley is going to cast Aura of Vitality. And then, using a bonus action, is going to cause one creature in the aura, which is our wonderful and fantastic halfling Faerun, to regain 2d6 of health. So he gets 4 health back. And he will don his shield. Kind of swinging it on, putting it on, and actually bring out his mace.
All right.
And that is his turn.
Garbo.
Garbo's first reaction to combat would be to look to his cauldron ready to take Mr. Stuffykins out, and then realizing that Mr. Stuffykins is gone once again. The Reverix guy, like you, he took Stuffykins away. Now I'm gonna take you away. Bites down on his hand, squeezes the blood in the cauldron. The cauldron lights on fire. picks the cauldron up on the big stick and goes to hit. Let's see here. Which one is closest to me? Let's see. I guess we will go. Well, we'll go straight towards one. That's the one that's the most in front of me. And we'll attack. Ooh, yeah. Okay, 26 to hit.
26 hits.
I deal 12 bludgeoning damage and 5 fire damage.
The
And for those playing... Oh, yep.
goblin in rage coming through with the cauldron on the stick, smashing into the creature, the fire woof, erupting out for just a moment.
And then one more attack. That's only a 17 to hit.
17 just hits.
Oh! Okay, this one is a 15 bludgeoning damage and 5 fire damage. And for my Crimson Right, I took 6 damage myself.
All right. Their turn. Number 1 swinging on you, Garbo. His curved, wicked-looking blades flashing quicker than you can even almost register. First attack misses. Second attack 23.
Oh yeah, that definitely hits. Mm-hmm.
That is 4 points of damage. Third attack misses. Fourth attack misses. Wait, 16. Does 16 hit? I don't think it does. All right,
No.
cool. That is number 1. Number 2. We'll slide up to you, Wesley.
Okay.
That will miss. That will miss. 21.
That will not hit.
21 doesn't hit.
No, it will not.
What's your AC?
Hi, my name is Patrick, and you told me to take 2 magic items for my character. My magical items were a plate armor of +1 and a shield of +2. So my AC is a 23 when I am wearing both the armor and holding the shield.
Nice.
Get it? Yeah, cleric.
He
That
is-
will miss. Last attack. That will miss.
Or
All
go.
right.
Any cool items for I just don't want to get hit. And I feel like it would make sense character-wise. They'd stuff him in a tin can and go heal people.
All right, Eliana, first attack. 24.
Oh, yeah, that'll hit.
12 points of damage. Second attack will miss. 22.
22 hits.
Another 12 points of damage. Last attack, 17.
She only has one weapon in her hand at the moment, so yes, 17 hits.
6 points of damage. And then you, Bayanora. That was a D10, not a D20. That doesn't count.
No, it still counts.
17.
No.
That'll miss. Dirty 20.
That'll hit.
That'll be halved, so that'll be 5 points of damage. Final one. That will miss. That's a 15.
5 was the halved already?
Yes.
Cool.
All right. Eliana.
Ellie is going to pull her dagger, so now she has sword and dagger. Basically clipping herself on each leg with her blades as she does it, which will take 4 and 5. One more makes 5. 5 points of damage to herself as she activates her Crimson Right on both blades. And she's gonna make her 2 sword attacks at the one who is attacking her. I believe that's number 3.
Yes.
26, because that's 16 plus 6.
That'll hit.
Which will be 10 points of slashing, 5 points of lightning. Second attack. 10 and 10 is unnatural 20.
Dirty.
Yeah, so that's 8 points of slashing and 3 points of lightning. You really all that to stay in hell where you belong.
All right. Is that Ellie's turn?
That is Ellie's turn.
Bayanor.
Yeah. All right, so bonus action. I take my axe and draw it across my forearm, lighting it on fire. And then I'm just going to swing away. That is 17 plus 9 lots.
Yep, that hits.
26. D6. Ooh, that's good. 96 is 15 slashing and 2 fire. Second attack is 19 plus 9, 28.
Yep.
For 11 slashing and 4 fire.
Awesome. Is that your turn?
If he's still standing, yes.
He's still standing. Wesley.
Wesley is going to try and bonk this guy in front of him, but first, after hearing the yelps from Eliana being hit, he's going to bonus action do Aura of Vitality to her to give her 7 points of health back.
Sweetness, thank you.
And then for the regular attack from Wesley, that is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 hits.
I'm going to also use, I believe it is the Divine Strike thing. Double checking here. Where are you? Yes, the Divine Strike. So I'm going to deal an extra D8 of radiant damage. Total of 12 damage, 8 radiant, 4 bludgeoning. And he'll kind of roll his shoulders and kind of be hyped a little bit because he hit the guy. He'd be like, yeah, bring it, Uglyface, bring it.
All right. When you say bring it, they use legendary action with a blade dance. Oh.
Uh-oh.
That'll be 23 points of damage as they begin moving their blades quick, dancing in, almost stepping through your shield, it seems like, coming in, finding chinks in your armor. First, 2, 3 hits coming, then stepping back. That's one epic action.
Maybe don't. No, just stay right there and let me keep hitting you. That's cooler.
All right, Garbo.
Well, seeing Wesley get hit like that, Garbo is going to take up his bonus action to disengage and run over behind the one that's on Wesley, and we're gonna hit that one.
All right, this is with advantage as you are flanking.
Yeah. 23 to hit.
23 hits.
We got 17 bludgeoning damage and 2 fire damage. And we got one more. And then this one is oh man, so close. But it's a 29 to hit.
That'll hit.
And that's gonna be 14 bludgeoning damage and 1 fire damage. And I will since I hit it, I will do brand of castigation, branding him with a little beetle on his backside. Yeah, so he'll take 1 damage whenever he attacks one of us.
All
He's
right.
he's got a Garbo style cutie mark on his ass.
Yeah,
That is
yeah,
hilarious. Number
Question.
1.
For
Yes.
number 1, so concentration spells, right?
Right.
You did 23 points of damage to me. What's the DC that I have to make for my Constitution check?
Okay,
or
so
save.
it's half. So 11.
Okay.
So it's a Constitution save. 11 or better.
Because you told me, and I know the answer, the results would. I'm not gonna use my lucky because that seems game breaking. So unfortunately, the aura of vitality drops when the Blade Dancer stepped in because I rolled a natural 1. Yeah. So he's just got a little stunned. He's just like, what the fuck? So he can't do the aura anymore right now.
All right. Number 1 is going after Veyroon. Ooh, shit, that's a nat 20.
No. No.
I can't even eyelist that because I know a nat 20 will hit.
Yep. That'll put Veyroon down. Second one hits. That's 2 failed. They are dead. Veyroon is dead.
Wait, they had hit points though.
Yeah, but they didn't have a lot. They're an NPC.
Yeah. So did you roll that 20 the second time? Because that's the only way they would get 2.
I don't know. Once he's unconscious, any melee hit is a critical hit.
Yep.
Oh. Shit.
And a critical hit counts as 2 failed death saves. So let's just swap that out for now. Number 2 is going after you, Garbo, spinning on you as you came in from behind. First attack. Fails. 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 Fails.
My goodness.
I rolled 2, 2, 3, 2. Number 3 is going after you, Eliana.
Of course.
17.
That will not hit this time because I'm a dual wielder. When I have a weapon in each hand, my AC goes up by 1.
All right. Then that's not going to hit. That's not going to hit. That's not going to hit. All right.
Yes.
Bayanor.
Yes.
22.
That'll hit.
All right. That'll be halved 5 points of damage.
Okay.
That'll miss. That'll miss. 22 again. That'll be halved down to 8 points of damage.
Okay.
All right, Eliana.
All right. Sorry, brain freeze. Because I had something in mind, and then that guy killed Veyroon. I'm just gonna keep hitting the guy in front of me with a sword. She's pretty pissed off right now. I think that's where her mind would be. All right, so where did it go? It's gonna be one of those nights. Ow, kitten. No, you can't come chase the dice. Sorry. It's gonna be one of those nights. Oh no, that's not gonna hit because that's a 3 plus 10 is only 13.
Nope, that'll miss.
Does 18 hit?
18 just hits. They have a
Yay.
17 AC, so
All right. Well, that's 1d6 plus 7. So that's 11 points slashing, 5 points lightning. Bonus action to use her dagger this time.
alrighty.
15 plus 10 is 25. Dagger is 1d4. I can't remember my plus on my dagger. 7. So 8 points slashing from the dagger and 3 points of lightning.
Alrighty. Is that your
Sorry
turn?
for the brain freeze. Yes.
All right, Bayanor, you're up.
Cool. Bonus action. Actually, I'm sorry. Interaction, I draw my other battle axe. Bonus action, I run it across my other forearm. And I take much. Didn't roll for the other one, so I take that much total, which is that 4 points of damage to me. And then I'm going to attack. So that is 15 plus 6, or sorry, plus 9 is to lots 27, I think. Is that right? No, 21. Don't mind me, I can't math. And that will take 11 slashing, 2 fire.
That'll do it.
That kills 4.
That takes care of number 4.
Cool. In that case, I am going to all right, I gotta ask a question. I've already used an interaction and my bonus action, and I used one attack. Can I use my other attack to use the what is that thing called that I have? The Sanguine Chalice.
No, that's an action.
Okay, that's an action all by itself. Fine, then I'm going to move myself and interpose myself between Veyroon and number 1.
Okay.
And I'm going to take a swing at number 1. For 17 plus 9 lots. For 11 slashing 5 fire.
All right.
What's it with me rolling 5s for damage tonight? Jeez.
All right. Awesome. Is that your turn?
That is, in fact, my turn.
All right. So the axe digging deep into one, it falling to ash, then turning, imposing yourself between the corpse of Veyroon and this creature. Your blade finding its purchase again, that fire roaring, and that'll bring up Wesley.
Wesley is going to kind of yell out at number 2, and since I have pack tactics and Garbo is engaged with him in the front, he has advantage.
You'd have advantage anyway because you're flanking.
That is fair. Oh yeah, that is a 22.
22 hits.
Sweet, and we'll use my Divine Strike again this turn. The amazing glowing. Oh, that is for max damage. We like to see that. 8
Hell yeah.
radiant, 6 bludgeoning, total of 14.
All right.
Yeah, that is Wesley's action. Just kind of screams, lights up, light glowing, and smacks the fuck out of that thing.
That divine energy dancing across the head of the mace, smacking into this creature of the darkness. There's a brilliant spray of sparkles, and that will bring up Garbo.
Okay. So that one just imploded? Is that what happened
No,
here?
it's still going.
No, it's still going. Oh, it's just there was sparkled. Okay, I'm sorry.
It's still there, just covered in glitter.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, let's cover it in more blood then. We're gonna attack it with my cauldron. Oh man, so close again. 29 to hit.
That'll hit.
We're gonna deal 14 bludgeoning damage and 1 fire damage. And then we're gonna swing again. And we're going to do, we're gonna get a 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
That's gonna be 17 bludgeoning damage, 3 fire damage, and I'm gonna use Fury of the Small to deal 10 extra damage.
And that'll take care of that one. The rage, the loss, the pain bubbling up into pure, unadulterated anger. The cauldron coming down, smashing into this creature. It will let out a terrifying screech before it turns to ash. That'll bring up their turn. Bayanor, it's swinging on you. That'll miss. Yep. That'll miss. That'll miss. That'll hit. That'll be halved down to 10 points of damage. Eliana, swinging on you. Miss.
All right.
Miss. Nat 20.
Hellish Rebuke.
Okay. Let me
Just seems
resolve.
fair.
Yeah, let me resolve the damage here, and then. Oh shit! That is 40 points of damage. And then, is there a saving throw with Hellish Rebuke, or is it just?
Just a sec. Let me do my damage there, so I don't forget to subtract that. He needs. It's a dexterity save with.
Nope.
Okay, I was gonna say a dexterity 15.
Yeah, I rolled a 6. He's got a 3.
All right, then he's gonna take 2d10 fire damage. If I can get my dice from the kitten. He's gonna take 12 points of fire damage.
Oh, he's looking fucked up.
Good.
All right, that will then bring up Eliana.
Okay. Well, she's gonna start swinging at him with her sword because she's pretty pissed off. Something about Reuven's face. Just pure rage. Oh, so close. That's a 19, which makes it 29.
That'll hit.
For 12 points of slashing and 6 points of lightning.
The quick, nimble strikes, the flourish of flurries coming in, finding purchase, the blades stabbing through, the lightning arcing. The creature face frozen in pain and agony as it falls to ash. That will bring up. You still have one more attack, right?
I do have one more attack, and I was just looking. So my Misty Step is that still considered casting a spell?
That's a bonus action, right?
It's a bonus action, and it's a racial feature for her. But I didn't know if it still counts as casting a spell.
It counts as casting a bonus action spell, yeah.
All right, can I use that and still make my other attack?
Yeah, because it's a bonus action.
All right. That's what I thought, but I wanted to confirm.
You just wouldn't get your third attack with your dagger.
Uh-huh. So she's going to bonus action Misty Step so that she's flanking with number 1, or flanking number 1 with Bjarnor, and use her second attack. Because she is just a pissed off little elf right now. 22?
22 hits.
That's 13 points slashing, 6 points lightning.
All right. He looks hurt. He's using his epic action to do his blade dance to you, Eliana. That will miss. That's a nat 20.
Oh, fuck.
That's a nat 20.
Fuck!
Roll ones. Roll ones on the damage.
That's 14.
Hang on, I need my keyboard. I'm sorry. I'm knocking stuff over instead. Don't mind me. 14 damage.
And then the second one is 32. So there's that moment where the anger, the focus, gotta kill Reuven. Misty step, unaware that you're there even. It happens so quick. Your blade digging deep, the lightning jumping off your blade, racing through them. They spin, knocking your blade away, coming in with their blade dance. Once, twice, 3 times. Stepping back, trying to keep themselves between you and Baynor, watching both of you. As it is now, Baynor's go.
All right. Attack. That's a 19 to hit.
That hits.
For 12 points of slashing and 5 points of fire.
Okay, 1 second. How do you want to do it?
Damn it.
Can I make that subdual damage?
Oh, non-lethal?
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to knock him the fuck out.
Okay, he's knocked out.
I turn back and I look at Wesley and I'm like, Seed of Erun.
Okay.
Oh, you left him for me, Hound Varno? Okay, here we go.
Wait. No. Wait, hold on there.
What?
I start, like, I get out some rope and I start tying him up.
Oh. We're not killing him?
Every time we kill him, he just goes back to the Shadow Realm and then he comes back after us again. We're gonna figure out how to end this.
He's a creature of shadow. Can you even keep him tied up?
I don't know. But I at least want to have a conversation. We can kill him at a moment's notice. He ain't got anything left in the tank.
I have nothing I want to say to him.
Ask a dwarf. And Wesley will kind of like tug at your pants leg or whatever. I need a diamond that is
Yeah. Here. I hand him a diamond.
It's a smaller diamond worth 500 GP.
Yes.
Then,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
he will go over to Veroon and cast Raise Dead.
All right. So, according to Raise Dead, the spirit has to be willing to come back.
Yeah.
So, we're going to do this. The fairest way I know is by percentile dice. We'll give it a 50-50 shot. Does that sound fair to everybody?
Sure.
You reach into the spirit world. You're channeling that divine energy, that clerical energy, calling out to the spirit of Erun. And this is where we're going to take our break.
Real quick, Dyson Autism just rated us with 6 raiders. Thanks, Dyson Autism.
Oh, thanks for the raid.
Stick around.
Yeah, sorry, we're taking our first break, but we'll be right back in just a few minutes to top up on beverages, snickety snacks, and all that. Thank you guys so much for the raid. Thank you guys so much for being here tonight and watching. So yeah, we'll be right back. And we are back. Thank you so much for hanging out while we took our break to get our snickety snacks, our beverages of choice, and handle what we needed to be handled. Before we went to combat, the party had made it to the halfling Veyroon. He had taken them to his private chambers to discuss what it was they were after, as he was describing that he would be willing to take them to the tunnels that lead into the underground labyrinth or series of tunnels and rooms that lead to the vault beneath the Amber Spire. An arrow pierced his chest. Umbrakai, the blade dancing Umbrakai, showed up. Battle ensued. During the battle, Veyroon was slain. The cleric, Wesley, attempting to raise the dead.
Oompa chaka, oompa, oompa, oompa chaka, come back to this body, chaka, oompa, oompa, oompa chaka, come back to this body, chaka. Bah! And he will slam his fist onto Veyroon's chest.
The diamond will shatter to dust as you reach, calling into the spirit world, trying to part the veil. There is only so much trauma, so much heartache, and so much pain that a person can endure in their lifetime. And in this moment, as you are connected with the afterlife, images flash before your eyes of heartache and loss, the loss of loved ones, the loss of friends. You feel the terror of being in the trenches waiting for the enemy to attack, that you know the numbers are superior to you. You feel the adrenaline rush as you are a scout behind enemy lines alone, gathering intel, praying that you make it. You feel the weight of the world and everything crashing on you, and then release. You know at this point the spirit is not willing to return, as it has found solace in the afterlife.
Wesley will just start openly weeping, having felt all of that, seen all of it, experienced it basically as Veyroon. And yeah, he'll just cry for a really long time while everybody else does things around him. He's not going to be... Imagine someone being that inconsolable that he's just... That's... Yeah.
Not coming back, Wesley? He's not coming back?
Crying sounds.
Another one! Sierra, Merkwart, Mr. Stuffykins, the cart, this halfling that we just met. So much loss.
Well, that's some shit. I walk over and I look down at Veyroon and I'm like, just like a halfling, laying down when there's still work to do. Fine. And then he looks up at the ceiling. Hey, handmaiden, you're paying attention. You sent us here to find this guy. Shadows just killed him. We got one of them. We could use some help. Is there a way to make sure Reuven doesn't come back again?
Roll a D100. We're considering this a god call.
And this whole time, Ellie is standing over Reuven with her sword out. Like just...
25.
There is no answer. You are lucky, by the way. So, anything below 20, someone else answers. So,
Well,
Oh shit.
it's worth a fucking try. Do I have... No. Are there any books in the books that I have that mention the Umbrakai?
Give me a history check. See if you recall reading anything.
That is 17.
You remember some things from the Umbrakai. Since this would be blood hunter knowledge, I won't make anyone earmuff. You would recall that there are 4 types of Umbrakai. There's the Far Seekers, the Blade Dancers, the Justicars, and the Drytons. And that is the level of power that they possess. Each class always looks the same. When you destroy them, They perish. It's just others take their place. It will always look the same. And you know that they can summon shades, and if a shade wants to, it can give itself over to heal its master if it gets the opportunity. And if you destroy the true Umbrakai instead of one of the shades, then the shades vanish.
Well, there's nothing in the lore that I've seen that says anything about how to deal with one permanently. There's just more of them that are going to look the same and come back.
Right. It's not the same one coming back. It's,
right. Well, unfortunately, I don't think keeping this one's going to do much good. I doubt he's going to be willing to answer many questions. I was hopeful, though.
As soon as he says that, Eliana's going to drive her blade down into his throat.
And he turns to ash.
That's, every time we kill one, we kill it. From what the books say. Just means that they all wear the same face. Now they all wear Reuven's face. Because of whatever it is he did. Which means it's not really him showing up. And if it was him showing up, that means we've already killed him, and they're just others that wear his face showing up.
I would gladly take the life of anything that wears his guise.
Well, that's fair. Well, ain't much for it. I'm gonna go ahead and drop out of hybrid form. And I'm gonna go see if there are any other priests in this temple. Let them know what happened down here.
The door will not open.
Well,
I go in.
Stop crying as you come out of hybrid form, and then try the door, wiping his eyes. So, I don't usually do this, but y'all believe in me, who believes in something bigger than all of us?
I mean, I believe there are things bigger than us. They're dragons. Minotaurs are bigger than me. Minotaurs are bigger than you.
That's fair. I mean, like, do you believe in me, though? That believes that there's something bigger out there?
I believe that you believe that.
But do you believe in me?
He's asking if we have faith in him. Yes, Wesley, we have faith in you. I imagine the adrenaline of combat is starting to leave us?
Give me like a hot second. I'm gonna talk to some people, hopefully, and see where we go from here. That halfling had the saddest life, bro. He was, things he went through. I salute you, sir. And he will literally stand at attention and salute Favorn's corpse, and then go off into a corner and cast divination.
While he's doing that, I'm going to let him finish before I do anything, except I'm going to go and find that key that Varun had in his robe.
Okay.
And I'm going to take that.
Wesley will just offer 25 gold, or looks to people and puts his arm box out and says, for the divination, for the divination.
Yeah, sure. Here, what do you need?
25 gold.
Yeah, done.
Ellie's gonna just grab coins from her bag and drop them in his box. She's giving you 100 gold.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Go to Garbo and shake it a little bit. Shut the
I guess here's some golds. I don't know. Well, I don't know. You see, I didn't have anything to put the remains of Mr. Stuffykins in. It was just ashes, so I needed something. The only bag I had was my coin bag. So they have a little Stuffykins on them. That's a little bit of extra. Maybe, I don't know. There's 10 gold plus Stuffykin ashes.
I gave you 25.
This would be most helpful for the eventual church of Ben Holdeo. So thank you. And then he'll take his 25 gold. He'll make sure that he includes the 10 gold that Garbo gave him that has a little bit of Stuffykins on it, in hopes that it'll be more of like an offering and not just like gold, but yeah, and then he'll cast divination.
Falling into that concentration, that holy trance, the channeling of the divine energy that courses through your body, the soft azure glow that consumes the coins in the alms box. You find yourself connected. You can feel the embrace of that which you serve. You have one question to ask. What question is that?
First of all, I'd just like to say thank you for listening to me. I know you're very busy, and I am but a humble kobold trying to better himself and be a better example for all kobold kind. So thank you. Sorry, a little nervous. First divination, don't worry, I mess anything up. So, how the fuck do I get out of this room with my friends?
There is a long pause. Knock thrice with the key.
Is that like with the pointy end or the circle end?
There's nothing else. You will feel that warm embrace there for a moment, an extra moment, comforting you as you have felt the horrors of death and the peace of afterlife with the halfling that lay there in the room. And then the communion will end, and you will come to there in the room.
Okay, so first off, we can get out of this room real easy. To take the key and you knock 3 times on that door, we're out of here. Now, if you just give me like 2 seconds. Sir, you got me out of the room. Will you please give me someone that can lead us into the caverns that's not going to later betray us and is worthy of showing us where to go and the cause of trying to save the world? And I'm doing my divine intervention now. I have to roll less than a 10 for it to work. Oh, fucker. I got 22.
That will not work.
Damn.
So wait. I'm sorry. You just did all that. Took all that time to figure out that we need to do exactly the thing we saw him do with this key that I already looted off his body, rather than figuring out how to get to where we need to go?
Well, I mean, that was the last thing. Like, do you understand that this halfling literally just gave their life for this cause? And they have given a lot of their life. Like, they had 2 eyes at one point. Yeah, it was for 100 gold, but that's 2 eyes. Look. I know it may not seem like it seems random, but it's all part of the plan. It's all part of the plan. See, now I have asked the gods to help us in finding somebody to replace us with the corpse that doesn't want to come back and be a body. But I don't know if it's going to work. It probably is not going to work. I didn't feel any magical tinglings. That's the first time I've did that, so maybe I wouldn't know if it worked or not. But anyway, yeah, knock 3 times on that door. We get out of here, bro.
Right.
Ellie's gonna kind of prop herself on a wall, as the adrenaline is pretty much run out at this point. Wesley, I don't mean to bother you, but if you have any of that tingling left, I'm actually bleeding quite a bit.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. I always got tips. And he'll like kind of walk over. He'll like help you sit down on the floor, and he'll like look at like the different scars, and he'll put his hands on there, and he won't touch you at first, and he'll like wiggle his fingers and say like, and then he will put his hands on you, and then he will kiss his hands out of respect for you, and the words he will say is, "Now the healing can begin." After he gives you the kiss, and you will heal some healing that I roll for.
While he's rolling, I am going to start looking around this room for any hidden doors, any secret ways out. I've got the key in hand. I'm checking the walls. I'm looking for, and if the entrance to the tunnel is in this room, I want to find it.
Give me an investigation check.
Investigation. I'm good at that. Ooh,
You heal
good roll,
for
too.
29 points of health.
Awesome. That beats the 6 points I was at.
Yeah. Seeing that you have some other bigger, deeper cuts, he's going to same kind of thing. This time he's going to look up at you and he's going to say, "I'm sorry, but I think the healing will work better if I do my traditional thing, and I'm going to have to kiss you. It's a kiss of healing. Because that's the only way the healing can begin."
I've never seen you kiss Bjarnor.
That's because I've never had to do this before. I usually just tell you, "Hi, my name is Wesley, and you are now he." And he almost says the word, and he's like, "Hang on a second, that will actually use some magical spells if I say that out loud." So, that I usually just say words and they heal you. This is like hands-on, heavy-duty kind of thing.
Like being with my girlfriend?
I'm not gonna assume to know what you do with your girlfriend. If you ever want to talk about that relationship, remember Garbo has already subjected himself to cobalt therapy. If you need some cobalt therapy too, my door is always open. My office hours are kind of weird, but we'll get you in there.
If
but
you
no,
respond like Garbo does to when Sarah and I are making love, I have a feeling you would need the therapy.
He'll get like kind of close and whisper in your ear. I know what it looks like for that kind of thing, and I say it in the book, so it wouldn't really be like weird, but I would definitely like need my notebook to take notes and see how a life like this, because I've never in the wild, you gotta need it for the books. Not weird like. And when he pulls back, that's when he like lean back in again and say the not weird like kind of thing to cover himself, and then lean back away. So yes, excuse me, and he'll get on the other scar, casting another cure wounds.
I had a 26, by the way. I don't know if I said that. I lost everything in that exchange.
I was getting ready to ask you, so I just want to get the healings done.
Uh-huh. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's all
Sorry about
fine.
that.
Sorry, math is hard. Another 16 points of healing.
There is no other door in this place, Ben, or you searched thoroughly. You are convinced, were there another door, you would have found it.
Once Wesley is done healing,
His
Healing.
final thing, you look around the room, and he will say like, y'all look a little beat. Why don't you all take a little bit of healing? And then cast mass healing. So you all will get 10 points of health back.
cool. All right. Are we ready then? I'm going to go over to the door and I'm going to reverse the process that I saw Varun do. I'm going to knock 3 times with the key and then turn it around and I'm going to put it in the lock, unlock the door and open the door.
And the door opens.
And then I take the key out and I put it in my pocket.
Okay.
Eliana's going to lean over and kiss Wesley on the head and thank him.
How do you say you're welcome in Elvish?
She'll say it to him in Elvish.
And he will try his damnedest to say that in Elvish.
Give
He
me an
probably-
intelligence roll.
I literally had a moment of, wait, do I know how to say that in Elvish? Now I want to go look it up.
It's a 3. He butchers the fuck out of that, bro. He tries really hard, but
It's all right, Wesley. We will work on your Elvish.
I do want to learn more languages. I feel like that would be helpful in the whole lives of treating people. You should have seen the first night me and Silas. I was trying to tend his wounds. I had no idea how to speak common. He taught me common that night.
I'm going down the hall. I'm going back the way we came.
Okay.
I'm looking for someone who appears to be a member of the staff or clergy here.
You find a young man wearing the similar robes to what Varun was, descending the stairwell that brought you to the apartments.
Hey, you.
Yes.
So who's in charge here?
That is Master Varun.
And who's next in charge after him?
That would be myself.
Congratulations. And I'm sorry. You're in charge now.
No. Master Varun is in charge.
Master Varun expired.
What?
You might want to come with me. I lead him back down.
He will pale, but he will follow. He will kneel beside the body. Did you do this?
Oh no, some really scary guy with like a weird face that no one likes.
I point at the piles of ash on the ground. Umbrakai. 4 of them.
Tried to bring him back? He didn't want to.
Yeah, you see all that diamond dust on his chest? That's where we tried to revive him.
How did Umrakai get into temple. This is bad. This
Yeah,
is
you're
very,
telling
very
us.
bad.
We're kind of on a holy mission, and Varun was supposed to help us.
And
You see, we were sent by the handmaiden of the sisters.
okay.
There's something beneath the amber spires that we need to retrieve.
The
The
vaults.
fate of the world rests in the balance.
Yeah, we gotta go in there. The vault, you mentioned that.
Do you have someone here who is capable of showing us how to get there? They don't have to follow us there. They can come back here after they get us close enough. But
There's the
They can make-
smuggler. There's the smuggler tunnels. That must be where he was going to take you. This was once a front for a group of smugglers that used the port nearby. We can show you where the tunnels are, but you can never let anyone know we did. If you're discovered down there and it comes back to us, many innocent people will be lost.
Oh, of course.
son, I assume this guy appears younger than me.
Yeah, he's like maybe 25, 26 years old.
Son, do you know what this is? I point
I
at
do
the
not.
embroidery on my chest. We're blood hunters.
Mathis B. He sort of ducks his head and lowers back. You're the monster killers.
That's right.
Well, they are. I'm just, I'm an official, and he'll take his card out and hand it to the young man.
But you don't look like savage, wild creatures that feast on blood and dance in shadows.
Oh, thank you. That's actually a high compliment for a kobold.
Besides, everyone knows we only do that on Tuesdays.
I turned into a bear.
He faints.
Yarnor,
Yeah.
you are a hard but lovable dwarf. When a small man that looks to be scared out of his wits decides that he's going to help us and tell us where the smuggler tunnels are, maybe don't mention the fact that you turned into a giant bear.
I didn't say giant. For all he knows, I turned into a dwarf bear. I might be damn cute.
I didn't.
Oh,
argue.
I thought you were turning into a bear. I thought.
No, I just said it. I just say it. I say it out loud.
Okay.
I can't even do that right now because I haven't rested.
Oh, okay. Never mind. He doesn't faint. He looks very confused. I thought you were literally like. I thought you were like, "Fuck this! I'm turning into a bear." Establish dominance.
She said on Tuesday, we only do that on Tuesdays, and I said, yeah, I turn into a bear.
Sorry, Allie's a smartass.
I did not actually turn into a bear. No.
I don't know. I think it's funnier. I think he stays. I think if he passes out at that, it's way funnier.
Are you all right, son? You look like you're about to soil yourself.
We've heard the tales of the blood hunter of how savage and monstrous they are. They become monsters to hunt monsters.
Sometimes. Listen, you're kind of real lucky. I mean, we're the last three.
Yeah.
So listen, I need you to do me two favors then. And I reach into my pouch, and I pull out 100 gold, and I hand it to him. Here's a donation for the church. Now, I need you to send one of your people out beyond the city wall, near the entrance. I describe where we came into the city. Little ways back up the road, I describe where it's at. There's a wagon and a horse. Those are ours. We had to leave them outside the city. If you could go and get someone to retrieve those and bring them here for us, we'd be very appreciative. Second, I need someone to show us where these tunnels are so we can go find that vault. And third, if you happen to know, Veyroon said that there were some things down there. If you happen to know what kind of things live down there, just so that we're prepared when we fight them, I'd be very appreciative of that too.
There are old wives' tales of monsters that roam the tunnels beneath. I don't think anyone's ever seen anything. Veyroon was a very superstitious man.
It's often been our experience that the old wives' tales are more than just old wives' tales.
I have seen shit that will turn you white.
And you're already very pale, probably due to malnutrition and lack of good vitamins in your diet. Anyway, could you also possibly, this is just like a side quest, but if there are any good people left, could I possibly get a courier to send a note somewhere?
Okay.
Thank you.
So tell you what we're going to do. We're just going to wait here while you go take care of stuff. And let us know when you've got someone who can lead us. Give us an hour or so to rest up after that fight we just had, and then we'll get out of your hair.
I'll see that you're not disturbed. I will send someone to gather your horse and wagon. I can show you how to get to the tunnels. And who would you like this note sent to, Master Cleric?
Well, there is a tavern that I like to go to in, it's in the Poor Blood Gut. Just leave it with, like, the tavern person, and I'll write the note. Yeah.
Okay.
Bjarnor,
Yeah.
are you sure we should only rest for a short while? Should we not rest the night? If we're going into unknown territory with the possibility of many monsters, should we not be at full strength?
No, you make a fair point. I didn't want to bother these folk any more than we already have, but I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name, son.
Daniel.
Daniel. Father Daniel, Master Daniel, I don't know what your order goes by.
Just Daniel. We are that of St. Mathis, a god of the forsaken and the downtrodden. We do not carry lofty titles here.
All right, Daniel. Would you mind us getting a night's rest in your temple? Would that be acceptable to you?
You may use Veyroon's room for your sleep. If you are truly on a holy mission, and if Umbrakai can truly come, then it would be better to have someone here that can fight them should they return again tonight.
Fair enough.
One thing, just Daniel. So the we got in the door and we got out the door. Just so like we're clear, like when you lock the door and then knock on the door, is that something you know how to do as well? And can you tell me like what that's doing?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Fair enough, just Daniel. Fair enough.
Here, how
Truth
tall
sealed,
is Daniel?
Daniel is 5'5".
Because he's just a little shorter, or a little taller than Ellie. Daniel, you look, concerned in our presence.
Well, I told you of the stories that we've heard of the Blood Hunters.
Well, now you have met blood hunters. We're just people like you.
Oh, I'm afraid, madam, you're nothing like me. I'm a coward.
But we are people like you. We are flesh and blood, just as you are. We put ourselves between the innocent and the horrible. We are... Think of us like a shield. Unfortunately, the three of us are all that is left.
I'm sorry that you are all that is left. I know that must pain you greatly.
My point is, you don't need to be afraid of us. You are not a monster. You are one of the innocent. Unless you're really a werewolf or something, then we might have a different conversation. But
No,
anyway.
no. I'm not anything like that.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
This one insight plus 5. 16.
He seems to be telling the truth.
Nonetheless, if he happens to look at Bjarnar when he's saying he's not a werewolf, I am squinting and examining him closely, just to make sure.
He avoids your gaze.
You don't need to be afraid of us, Daniel. We are friends. And we are only here to help.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay. I've got a +0 on that. So this will be a flat roll. This is not my charisma character. Funny enough, that's Venfira. How does a 16 do?
He will relax a little bit, visibly. Nod. I will have refreshments laid outside the door as to not disturb you. Please spend the night, and on the morning I will show you to the tunnels.
She will give a shallow bow. Thank you, Daniel. That means quite a lot to us.
He will bow and back out of the room. He's a little relaxed, but still very, very afraid.
You might want to send some people down here to retrieve your friend. I gesture to the corpse on the floor.
You see, the corpse on the floor is gone.
Where'd he go?
Just Daniel. Where'd it go?
I do not know.
Just Daniel. You are a member of the following people of Mathis. Does Mathis do anything to his followers that are worthy of a fine and sacrificial, magnificently honorable burial?
We've not seen any manifestation of anything like this before.
Great.
We will keep our eyes open just in case.
I need
Something
anybody
different.
to give me an insight check.
All right.
The kobold will do so.
Does this deal with Fey, Fiend, or Undead?
It does.
Aha! Important information.
All right, we'll start up here. Eliana.
Unnatural 20.
Natural 20 or unnatural?
Unnatural.
All right. Garbo.
19.
Banor.
Blackjack.
21. And Wesley.
Ooh, blackjacks, because I also got 21.
The adrenaline rush will subside, and you all will remember Veyroon was killed with an arrow. there was an arrow protruding from his chest. That's when he went down the first time. The Umbrakai that you saw fight had no way of firing projectiles. They were only carrying blades.
You're right.
I checked the entire room, and I didn't see anything that would have, like, an arrow slit or any place an arrow could have come from.
You guys got high enough. It will dawn on you. There was another Umbrakai. The one that uses arrows is the long striders, the far seekers. There was another Umbrakai hiding in this room the entire time because they can hide in shadow. They must have taken Veyrum's corpse.
Sons of bitches.
What would they want with the corpse of a priest like this?
I don't know, but I don't like it.
Is Daniel still there?
Daniel is looking very confused, very scared, very on edge again.
Just Daniel. What would someone want to do with a body? If you were a bad person.
I don't know. You're the ones that deal with bad people. I am just a humble servant of the people.
But you read, right?
I read our holy texts.
Yeah, so what have some bad people done in the holy text with bodies?
Our holy text doesn't talk about bad people. It's just about loving people.
Ellie's going to put a hand on Wesley. I think you're freaking him out.
Oh, that's fair.
Hey.
My bad.
So,
my bad.
Just Daniel. We got some descriptions for you. There's this one guy. I completely describe the
Far seekers.
arrow, the far
Lao.
seekers. Lao. That's right, Lao. Describe Lao to him. Yeah. So if you see that guy, real bad guy, let us know. But even more important, Garbo goes in complete description of Revrix. Revrix. This guy, he's the real bad one. He's the worst one. So if you see him, definitely tell us.
And go ahead and describe Reuven.
Reuven.
That one. I can't read my own notes. That's a U. Yeah, you're right. Not an A. Reuven to him as well. And then I'm going to warn him that no one... first, which way does the door open? Does it open in or open out from inside the room? Okay. I can still work with that. No one should step foot in this room except us.
Okay. He
Thank
looks very, very, very scared. As if his knees are barely holding him upright and he may vomit.
I'm going to take my silver thread and I'm going to begin running it along the floor all the way around the room. And when I finish, I'm going to spend the rest of the 10 minutes and ritually cast Alarm around the room.
While he's doing that, Wesley will walk over to Just Daniel and put a hand on his leg and cast Calm Emotions on him.
All right, what's the saving throw on that?
16.
Yeah, he fails.
So he's just indifferent. He's no longer scared. He is no longer going to vomit, possibly. And the kobolds just look at him with his big his little beady black kobold eyes, and he'll give him a big toothy grin, and he'll be like, "Now, Just Daniel, go to work, do what you need to be done, and may you have soft hands and soft feet and hard hands."
He will bow, walk backwards out of the room, and scurry. He's not running, but he's walking with purpose.
Not a terrified runaway, but a purposeful runaway.
So I believe, let me double check this. When I cast the spell, I can designate creatures that won't set off the alarm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are
Okay.
the only creatures I designate to not set off the alarm.
Okay.
So, the second the spell completes, if there were an Umbrakai still in the room, within the bounds of the thread, the alarm would immediately go off.
Yep.
So we're clear. Which is exactly what I was looking for.
And just to clarify, he means the four of us, not Umbrakai 1 through 4.
Yes.
Oh, I figured that. All right, this is where we're going to take our last break. I need a pain pill.
Yep.
Then we'll get back and see what happens. All right, guys, thank you for hanging out. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Sorry to take another break, but I need pain medicine. I'm having a bad night. So we'll be back. And we are back. Thank you so much for hanging out while we went on break. Get our snickety snacks and stuff. Wanted to say thanks for your patience. We have to do 2 breaks because I'm a chronic pain patient and I need the 2 breaks. And I know that other shows just do 1. So I appreciate you guys hanging in there. Hope everybody's enjoying the show. Before we went on break, the party had found the new head of the Order of Matthias, one Brother Daniel. While talking with him, the body of Veyroon vanished. This is when they come to the conclusion that there was another Umbrakai hiding in the room, hiding within the shadows. They gave a $100 donation, 100 pieces of gold donation to Brother Daniel, in order to keep him to keep silent, to show them where the smugglers' tunnels are, to go get their wagon, and to send a message to Port Bloodgut. I'll need to know what that message is whenever, at some point.
Message it to you.
All right. Then Veyroon ritually cast the alarm spell, making sure that the 4 individuals, just the individuals, not the Umbrakai, were that was pointed out to me specifically. So, we're the only ones allowed to enter the room without triggering the alarm. And this is where we continue.
All right, so alarm lasts for 8 hours, so we have 8 hours to rest and relax. When they bring food and set it outside the room, we'll bring the food into the room, and then after that, I'm going to close and lock the door the same way Veyroon did.
Okay.
And since I ran the alarm spell thread along the floor around the edge of the room, I should still be able to close the door without messing up the spell.
Alrighty. So the door is closed. It is locked. The magic lock enabled. The alarm spell active.
What'd they bring us?
Meat, cheese, some fruit, some ale.
Well, don't mind if I do. And he'll take a very large... He'll take the container of ale and dish it out for everyone else, if they want it, but he will be drinking from the thing.
Yeah, Bjarne will take some ale. And some meat and cheese.
Yeah. Lots
Yeah,
of meat.
Ellie will take a little of everything and her ale.
The
To a
food is
successful day. Cheers.
simple but satisfying. The ale is simple, has a slight bitter aftertaste, but is thirst quenching.
So now we just sit there and wait.
We could play a game.
On a game.
Let's see. We could play I Have Done That.
How do you play that?
Well, we go around, and if you have done the thing, you put up a finger, or you drink. And the first person to either pass out or put up all their fingers, because you can't hold a drink with no fingers, loses.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not to be a party pooper or anything, but you really think that getting blasted is the right call right now? We're going into those tunnels in a few hours.
Small game, and I said you didn't have a drink. That's
And you put a finger up. So if you do the thing, you put a finger up, and if you can't hold your drink anymore, then you can't drink anymore. So it's more of a non-drinking game, right?
Plus, if you feel like you can't hold your alcohol while we play this game to be able to do stuff tomorrow, like, that's on you, Master Dwarf. But
As much as I am for completely getting drunk, we should probably keep our wits about ourselves in case those Umbrukai attack the others.
well, do you have a deck of cards or some coins? Or, what's the other games I have known how to play? We could play, what's the name of that thing? Oh, it's such a, it's a kobold in English. It's fist, chop, peace sign.
Oh, you mean Boulder Parchment Shears?
Yeah! That's what it is in common. Yeah, that one. We can play that one forever.
Ellie is currently like going through her bag, looking to see if she has a deck of cards. Let's see.
I'm gonna
Acid,
loot the room. I'm just gonna rifle through all of Veyrune's things to see if he has anything that I think might be useful to us.
You find that he has a couple of robes, and under his pillow is the picture of a halfling woman. It is old, the hand-drawn, it is stained, furrowed at the edges.
I pick it up with like 2 fingers, and I'm like, well, that's seen some use. I don't want to think about what kind of use it's seen, but it's seen some, and I set it aside very carefully.
Wait, what is that? Bring that here. I don't know, what is that?
Like, here you go.
Take the paper. Does he recognize the face on the paper?
You do. The moment in time where you were joined with the afterlife, where you were sharing experiences with Veyrune, will come flooding back one more, this time as memories. You will see this face, this smile that would light up his world, that would completely cause his heart to skip beating, to his breath to catch. You will see this face as it beams with pride as bringing a small child to the world. And you will see this face as it is stained with blood and lifeless as gnolls take the life of her and her child.
Oh. That's... Boy, he had a really sad life. I'm kind of glad he didn't come back to life, dude. That would be, like, actually the worst. Never mind, you can take this back. I don't want this. This is sadness. You can have it back.
Is that why Mr. Stuffykins didn't come back from the dead? Because he had a bad life?
I'll be real with you 100%, Garbo. Again, I am not a veterinarian and therefore not specialized in the stuffed variety. But I'll be real with you. The reason that Mr. Stuffy didn't come back is because that guy's a dickhole and we have to kill him.
Mr. Stuffykins is a dickhole?
No. The guy that killed him is a dickhole.
Oh, yeah. Revrix, yeah. We gotta kill all the Revrixes. There's a bunch of Revrixes now, apparently. Or a bunch of people that are gonna become Revrixes, or something like that.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a lot of Revrixes to kill, hopefully, in the future.
Lots of dickholes to kill. But he is the reason why Mr. Stuffykins can't come back.
Ah, so...
He is like Mr.
if we kill a
Stuffykins,
certain number of Revrixes, maybe Mr. Stuffykins will come back?
Probably. Like
Oh,
a
good,
baby.
okay. Well, maybe we can... Okay, so... Now I gotta hope for Revrixes.
Hope is a powerful thing. It will bring back Mr. Stuffykins and save this world.
Good. Okay.
Believe in the me that believes in you that ultimately believes in all of us.
Yeah, what you said.
It is at this point there will be a rapping upon the door.
I'll go and open the door.
You will see the silver-haired elf that helped you gain purchase into Langrington, covered in blood and different wounds.
I will stand in such a way to prevent him from stepping into the room. Master Elf, good to see you made it. I'd let you in, but I've got a protection spell up on the room that will alert if anyone besides the four of us are in here. So rather than set it off, yeah. Sorry about your friend.
Daniel told me. We have much to discuss. I would prefer not to stand in the hallway to do it.
Bjornor, is there any way you can
I
take your
can-
spell down and recast
I can, and I can put it back up. Give me a minute. And I'll wind up the thread,
Before
break the spell.
Before Bane steps into the room, Wesley would like to take an insight check on him. Because he's been fooled once already that there was something in the room beforehand, and he's a little on guard. I'm not going to look at my ability score modifier because I rolled a 1.
Okay.
I'm going to assume that this is Bane.
Well, what's your ability score modifier? Because number 1 is not a critical fail on checks, only in combat.
But it's Bane, though. I mean, that's fair. Oh, wow. Actually, I have a +8, so that's actually a 9. So, pretty low, though.
Seems to be Bane.
Okay. Then relax a little bit.
So I make Bane stay in the hallway. I roll up the twine. I then spend 10 minutes recasting the spell. And this time, as I cast it, I include myself, Ileana, Garbo, Wesley, and specifically Bane of the Tal Kafar in my head as I cast the spell, and then I invite the person in the hallway to step inside.
They step in, moving to the far corner of the room, leaning back against the wall and wearily sliding down.
Then I close and lock the door. You'll forgive our precaution, but there were not one, but 2 of the Umberkai that showed up.
Eliana
is
will approach
bad.
him with her healer's kit and tend to his wounds some.
Okay. He's fucked up.
Seeing Ileana doing the repair, the very basic first thing, Wesley kind of step up and kind of tap her on the leg. I got this. And he will also use his healer's kit in conjunction.
As you go to touch him, he grabs your arms.
Oh,
Both of us?
No, just the kobold.
Master Bane, in order to properly tend to your wounds, I'm gonna have to be able to touch you and treat you as if you are a patient in a triage. You look very badly injured, and I understand that it's very odd for someone as your stature and regalness, because let's be honest, you look fucking cool. As someone that has clearly taken a lot of lives of my current people, and I have to tell you that I am not anything like any of them, and wish only to do you good. If you have ever heard of the half ogre, half orc, Belvolio, may his name be ever praised and forever in eternity, and only holiness. I am a keeper of one of his toes.
I have no idea who that is or what that means. Be wary. No tricks.
You have literally the ability to cut off my head, which I have no problem with you doing, And I also understand that you probably would do it with very little force. The first strike would be through my neck. The second would be recoil. So it's really okay.
Hey, Bane. Cleric's a good cleric. Ignore the fuzzy orange fur. I do.
Or don't.
He will release. Go ahead, Ren.
So Ellie was healing him with her healer's kit because she has the healer's feet.
Okay. So how much is that?
That'd be 10 HP.
All right.
So Wesley's going to start out by doing a cure wounds by kind of taking one of like the larger wounds or whatever, placing his hands on it, saying the wiggly worms, and then he is going to, like when he first did to Eliana, his face is gonna look like he's gonna kiss Bane, but he kisses his hand, which then he will pull back and say, "Now the healing may begin," hoping that he doesn't get his little head cut off. That is 13 points of healing. He is also going to, after like leaning back, Bane's, I ask at this point, does he look like he is at about half health?
Give me a perception check.
Could I make it a medicine check since he knows medically?
Yeah, medicine will be fine.
Okay. I appreciate that. That is a 14.
Yeah, he looks like he's about half at this point.
Is he above table? Is he above half or is he below half?
Yeah, he's above half.
Okay, so then he will at that point then he will do another second level cure wounds on him just to kind of help him feel a little bit better. Still making sure that he's not actually kissing Bane's skin or any of the marks, because that he doesn't want to get his head cut off. And that will be for another 18 health.
All right.
And he will pull back and Master Bane, how are you feeling?
I'm well enough. We have trouble. There's someone else looking for the blade. Someone that I thought was dead.
Lilith?
Lilith.
Yeah, we've met.
She's quite the bitch.
She tried to take one of the pieces from us. Waited till we finished fighting a shadow dragon.
I wonder if it was the same.
I describe where we fought the shadow dragon.
It's the same.
Yeah, it's dead now.
She killed our friend Mercor as well. Kind of a bitch. Kind of hoping I'm able to banish her to a realm where she's endlessly torn apart by tentacle monsters with eyeballs with suction cups all over her eternally until she is never more heard from it. Is that too much?
No, that's great. I love that. That sounds wonderful. Let's do that.
Sorry, it's a really good dream of mine. I wake up very pleased.
Those tunnels, they're filled with Vorlock. Vorloch.
Do we know what
Vorlocks are?
Vorlocks, you would. They are a demon. They look almost like bats. They have leathery wings, large fangs. They have an acid breath to them. They are ferocious, nasty creatures.
You have to be kidding me.
I wish I was. Originally, my plan was to go with you, but I have got to make it back to my niece. She's in grave, grave danger.
Yeah. So, I look at everybody. I stop looking at Bane. I look at the rest of the party. You know what that means, right? The bitch is going to be waiting.
Oh
She's gonna let us do the fighting, get weaker, fighting all those Vorlocks. Then we're gonna get the thing, and she's gonna show up.
Yeah.
So we need to be prepared.
I should probably make sure that the gods can give me banishment.
That's probably a good idea. And I'm going to take out my, I think it's the herbalism kit that I have that does that. I'm going to start brewing healing potion.
All right.
'Cause having an extra healing potion ain't going to hurt nothing.
Banishment is only going to piss her off, cleric. She's tied between realms, so there's no. You send her to Angermora, and she's just going to come back. I can give you something to help. The only true way to destroy her is you must first wound her with obsidianite. Once wounded, then she can take actual damage. It's not superficial. It's true damage. But it only lasts for a certain amount of time, so you'll have to be quick on your feet and sharp of mind.
Question. Do we still have the obsidianite weapons that we had gotten in Frenya?
I do, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I take that back. I think Ellie was one of the people who didn't have one. Or did I? No,
You did.
No, I had the dagger.
Yeah, we all got
dagger.
some. Yeah. Let's see.
Your cobalt buddy doesn't have one.
It's because you weren't with us in Frenya.
That's true.
It's a long way to go back. Hold on, I'm checking my notes. Because we got a few extra thought when we were there.
Yeah, you got something like 6 or 7 obsidianite daggers.
Yeah. Here we go. Yes, we got a battle axe, we got a long sword, and then we got 6 daggers. It looks like. So, it's I know Sarah originally had the long sword. I assume it's still with her. So, Garbo and Ileana and Murkwort should all have had daggers. And then I had 3 extra daggers. And when we retrieved Murkwort's weapon, the only weapon we left on Murkwort's body was his plain trident when we buried him, or when we burned him. So I should have 4 obsidianite daggers and my battle axe at this point. I'll make sure that anybody who wants an extra dagger can have an extra dagger, and I'll make sure Wesley has a dagger.
I'll take 2 daggers, I guess.
If you defeat her and she escapes, she'll come back with just a stronger hatred.
Good. Let her hate me. I can't wait for her to be ripped apart by tentacles with eyeballs and suction cups for eternity.
I'm leaving in the morning. I'm headed to find my niece. I will leave you what healing potions I have.
Perhaps you should keep one with yourself.
I'll be fine.
She's gonna kind of point up and down at him. You are on your own. We have a healer with us. You should keep at least one. So
Give me a
that you can
persuasion
home to
check.
to make sure you can get home to your family. Natural 20. And it's a flat roll for me because I don't have anything plus to persuasion.
Beats my 16. He'll nod. Hand to his heart and his head. Thank you. I'm also going to leave a sending scroll with you. If she does not die, I need to know.
Of course.
Times are dark. The Umbrakai are now penetrating places that they should not be able to tread.
Yeah, they were in this room for like, literally, I felt like there was magical protection here. They just showed up. It was really rude of them.
That means that soon the gates of Angramora will open. With or without the key.
Wait, what do you mean without the key? I thought the gates could only be opened if the key was there.
You apply enough pressure and any door will break.
Shit.
What happens if this one breaks, though?
Bad.
All hell
Very.
breaks loose.
Wait. A broken door can't be closed again. This is really bad.
Thank you for catching up, Wesley.
All right. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna unlock the door, and I'm going to see if I see anybody in the hall, or if not, I'm gonna call out, hoping that there is someone who can go and fetch Daniel. Bring him
Daniel
down
himself is, when you call out, comes out of one of the apartments.
Hey, what does Wesley usually use as a weapon?
He has a mace, he has a crossbow. And then he has the toe. And now he has a dagger.
I need a favor. Is there anybody in this city that deals in obsidianite weapons?
No. Obsidianite is such a rare thing.
Yep, super rare. I tapped my breastplate. All right. Well, it was worth a shot. Figured big city like this, you might have some exotic merchants, but... Also, and then he drops his voice real low. Also, is there... I need a stuffed animal. A particular stuffed animal made. Do you know
Okay.
someone who could take care of that?
I know a couple of people, depending on what it is.
I describe Mr. Stuffykins in very hushed tones. Size, color, all of it.
I've seen these. Yes, in Merchant's Row.
I hand him 9 gold. That should about cover it, I think. Just make sure it's here when we come out of that tunnel, all right? Or actually bring it if you get it before then.
I will send someone now.
Good job. Just leave it outside the door. And then I close the door and I lock it again.
Okay.
All right, well, we should get rest while we can. That includes you, Bane.
He's already asleep.
Man, when that guy knocks out, he knocks the fuck out.
Ellie, would you like the bed?
I'm alright with my bedroll.
Before I go to sleep, does anybody need a special kobold sleeping aid? AKA being cuddled or being cuddled with me?
She's just gonna kind of put up her hand and go like this. Give him the
He's-
finger, like, come here.
He's gonna look at Garbo.
I go to the bed.
Garber
But,
scoots in.
He is the middle. He is the kobold meat and the sandwich of cuddling.
Cuddle puddle.
As all adventurers should. If you're not all cuddling as an adventurer cuddle puddle, I don't want to be in that group of adventurers because y'all aren't that cool. Only cool adventurers cuddle puddle, and I will die on that hill.
This
Hey,
dwarf
wait
is
a minute.
not.
Are you saying Ven's not a cool adventurer because she does
I-
not cuddle?
I am saying I think she would if she wasn't so freaked out by the fact that she's basically dead and she doesn't want to freak anybody else out, and I respect that. She is
Oh,
still
she's
a
not
very
freaked out. She just hates being touched.
well. There you go. I respect that too. She is respectfully exempt from that rule because she has reasons, and the party that she is with understand those reasons, and it's fine. Fine.
I'm not cuddling with you monsters. I'm sorry.
One day.
I mean,
You're family, but you're monsters.
Ellie's made the argument before. You're a werebear. She's just a little elf.
Which is why I'm taking the bed.
She'll be a little more gentle about the cuddle this time, though. It won't be like just a bear hug him and fall over. She'll be a little more gentle about it.
All right. So y'all are going to sleep?
Yep.
Excellent. I need everybody to please make intelligence saving throws.
Ah, son of a bitch.
Make one for Bane.
About to dreams me. My dreams.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
All right, Eliana.
17.
Garbo.
11.
Banor.
Also 11.
Wesley.
19.
Wesley and Eliana, you sleep fine. Peaceful, silent slumber. Garbo, you dream. There, in your dream, you're in a cave, and there is Mr. Stuffykins. But you can't get to him.
Stuffykins!
Try as you might, there's some force holding you. Your fingertips can graze the plushy softness of him, but you cannot seem to find enough strength to break the bonds to whatever this force is that's holding you. You cannot get to him.
You just.
Locke,
Yes.
you dream once more in the free cities. You're there with her mother. Her spite, hate-filled words. Her condemnations. Over and over and over. All night long. Her displeasure, her rebukes. Battering you. And you cannot move as she walks around you in a circle. And on the morrow, you wake.
A long rest now.
Do we
Y'all-
all get a long rest?
You all get a long rest.
So since Ellie only trances for 4 hours, when she wakes, she'll just kind of snuggle with the kobold to make sure he can keep sleeping.
Okay.
Oh, he snores, by the way. That is something that you will find out that he snores. Gently though, like when a dog has gentle snores, that's because he's more dog-like than dragon-like. So
So louder than a purr, but not quite a chainsaw.
true. It might be like what would be considered a low snore for a human.
All right. It is morning. You're awake. Bane is gone. There is 3 bottles of blue liquid where he was. The key on the nightstand beside the bed.
Cheeky bastard.
If no one will be object worthy to, and he will scoop up the 3 potions, and then realize that what he was probably going to do was not going to work, and he is going to distribute each one of the potions to the 3 fighters.
Yeah, I can do one of those. That's good. Yum.
These are greater healing potions.
On the off chance that I cannot reach you, please, with discretion, drink this. Yeah. If you're gonna die, you feel like you're gonna really close to dying, and you're probably gonna move before I do for whatever reason that is, drink that, and then I will get to you as fast as I can. But make sure you scream out, "Hey, I'm drinking this, please help me."
So I forgot that I actually have a couple of potions of healing still in my bag that I haven't used from other times we've been given them. But since Ellie had gone through her bag the night before, she would remember that they were there. Wesley, you hold on to this one.
Are you sure?
I have some in my bag. And you might need it too.
Wow. That's really nice of you. Thanks. That's, if you ever wanted to stop being a blood hunter, I probably could teach you all that I know about being a healer and a cleric. Well, probably not the cleric part. I'm not a very good teacher about the connection I have with the holiness. But I can at least teach you how to, fix people.
I have a little training. And who knows, maybe when all of this is over, I will consider taking you up on that.
We could open our own clinic. Think about that, an elf and a kobold all day clinic. Well, time to save the world. He'll put his potion into his bag. Get ready for the day. Excuse me, I also need to talk with my gods, so we can't leave yet, but when I'm ready, we can go.
Yeah, go talk to Ben Holito.
Close. If you're lucky, he's asleep right now, otherwise he'd be yelling at you. It's Belvolio. Hang on. Olio. Yeah, there's only 3.
That's what they said.
Close, but we'll work on that. It's like when I try to say that word, and he'll try to say, "You're welcome" in Elvish again. It will probably sound Garbo. Well, it won't sound like Garbo. It'll sound like a kobold trying to mispronounce a word, but
All right, so you said those were greater healing potions?
Yep.
And I assume that my potion of healing finished?
It did.
All right. Cool. And I think I have a couple. I have at least one other healing potion. It's the black sludgy one that I wasn't sure if it'll work or not.
That's right.
Oh, and I have 2 regular potions of healing, so I'll give one of those to Ileana.
I have 2 potions of healing. It's okay.
Okay, then I'll give one to Garbo.
Okay.
And I'll keep the greater a regular, and I've got the black sludgy one as a backup just in case.
Garbo.
Yeah.
She's gonna reach into her pouch. She's gonna pull out something that she's got kind of closed in her hand. I was given this just after I arrived in Frenia by one of the other children. She's gonna hold out a small, plushy mouse. It's a little gray mouse. It's kind of threadbare in spots. Would you hold on to him for me? He could keep you company.
It's cute. It's very nice. I like that. He's a
can
cute
have a
little
new-
guy.
And seeing that, Bjarno remembers, goes and picks up the key and goes and unlocks the door.
And there, as requested, the stuffed displacer beast.
Oh my God, Garbo!
What? What?
I-
Oh my goodness! It's Mr. Stuffingkins!
oh shit.
Wesley, you know what this means, Wesley?
It means I can actually talk to the gods. That's straight. That literally.
Your divine intervention worked!
That's exactly what that means. That's exactly what that means. That's exactly.
Thank you, Wesley. Thank you so much, Wesley. Oh, Mr. Stuffingkins
Yeah.
is back.
Be praised, Ben Holy Toe, for Mr. Stuffykins has been reborn.
Oh shit! Hang on. He didn't mean it. No, he meant your real name, Belvoliolio. He did. I'm sure he didn't. No, that's That's gonna be my morning. That's gonna be my morning. Oh, morning. This is fine. This is fine.
And I wind back up my string now that the 8 hours is done. All right, let's go delve some tunnels.
Cool. I want to do something right quick, just above table, not to break immersion. But like, we couldn't do what we do if we didn't have our mods in chat. And we got one that's here every time, always. Draco Win 1066. They are here every game. I see them all the time. I think we should give them a one-shot. What do you guys think?
Yeah!
Hell yeah!
There you go. Congratulations, Draco Win. You get a one-shot. So we'll work out time and stuff to be discussed. If you could send me your contact information at tier@willofthedice.com. Thank you so much for being our mod. It is amazing what you do, and we thank you. We appreciate you. Definitely. All right. Daniel will be waiting for you in the hallway when you exit the room. The small framed 5'5" individual clad in the gray robes of the station of the monastery of St. Matthias, the patron saint of the downtrodden and the forgotten. Follow me, my children. He seems more resolved today, more composed, as he leads you out of the monastery to a garden where there is a fountain that does not flow. He will remove a gemstone from his personage, placing it on the fountain, uttering some words in a language. Does anyone here speak Draconic?
Yes.
Wesley does.
He basically is saying, open, unlock, knock twice I have. The floor of the fountain will slowly begin to shift, creating stairwell. The scent of stale, mildewy air rushing forward, blasting you. And you will hear a lone, howling sound coming from the tunnels.
Well then,
You said a howl? So
Yes.
not like a bat noise, but like a wolf noise?
Like a wolf noise.
So there's more than just Vorlocks in that tunnel.
well, she's gonna kind of crack her neck and roll her shoulders. Going to be a hell of a morning.
Yep. Here we go, Mr. Stuffykins. We're ready.
Daniel, if we're not back in 3 days' time, I need you to try and get word to Bane, the elf who was here last night. Tell him we failed.
Okay. It will be done.
Garbo,
Yeah.
why don't you go ahead and put Mr. Stuffykins on your neck now? That way, if you have to light your cauldron, you're ready.
Oh, that's a good idea. Okay. Stuffykins, wrapping around my neck.
And actually, I'm going to go ahead and bloody both my axes as much as a source of light as anything else.
Just Daniel. And Wesley will hand him a small, folded over note.
Okay.
Please deliver us to someone that can get it to Port Bloodgut and insert the tavern that he would normally go at Port
Eat
Bloodgut.
here.
That is, what is it?
Eat here.
Please make sure that it makes it to the bartender of Eat Here. He will be able to do what he needs to do.
It will be done.
Thank you.
All right, ain't nothing to it but to do it. Head down into the tunnel.
May I have marching order, please?
I reckon I'll go first.
I'll go second.
Ellie will take up the rear.
And so down into the tunnel you descend. Down this spiral staircase. Into the long shadows as the flames on your axe flicker. That howling once more coming to your ears. And this is where we're going to pause for the evening.
You bastard. Knew it. Knew it was coming.
All right, guys. Want to say thank you so much for being players at my table. I love playing with each and every one of you. I want to say thank you to the audience for hanging out. You're the reason we do this. Hey, I got 4 you bastards tonight. All right. We appreciate that you're here time in and time out. You're the reason we do it. Let's go ahead and tell people who we are, where they can find us, and we'll get out of here.
Hello, everyone. My name is Patrick, and I am the voice of Wesley. your kobold cleric of life, and you can find me on Twitter at Peculiar Patrick.
Hi all, I'm Dan, voice of Garbo. You can find me on Twitter at Ravenous Dan.
Hey everybody, I'm Ren Matley. Ren Matley. I can say my name, I swear to God. I'm Ren. I'm the voice of Eliana, and you can find me on Twitter at Ren_Matley.
Hi gamers, I'm still Locke Clark, and I played Bjarnor Sangar, and you can find me on the Book of Faces and the Twitter Patients at Locke Unruly. That's Locke with an H.
And I'm Tier the DM, world's okayest DM. You can find me on Twitter at Tier_the_DM. Just a reminder, next weekend we will not be streaming. So if you want to catch us, you got to catch us tomorrow night at 8 p.m. here on Level Up TTV. Also, things get difficult, times get hard, but you're not alone. Remember, when the depression strikes, when life gets challenging, there are people out there willing to lend a hand. Let them be your strength until you're strong enough to be the strength for someone else. Remember that love and inclusion, these are the torches that light a path to a better tomorrow. Come join us and be torchbearers. And remember, until next time, live a life to make yourself proud. We love you guys.
Happy Halloween, Merry Samhain.
Blessed Samhain.